All right, so today's video is going to cover stage 26 vocabulary. So here we have the first word, accuso, accusare, accusavi, accusatus. It's a first conjugation verb, meaning to accuse. The derivative accusatory comes from this word. It comes from the Latin words ad, meaning against, and causare, to give as a reason. So you're given a reason against someone. Notice that the D kind of changes when it's used as a prefix here. It's called assimilation. AUFERO, AUFERRE, ABSTULI, ABLATUS. This is an irregular verb, and it means to take away or to steal. So we get ablation and ablative from it. Ablative is actually a term that was coined by Julius Caesar, and it literally is the case that shows the things being taken away from. So, when you use the word X, it's someone leaving away from it, shows the progress of time with the ablative. It has a lot more meanings, but that's where the original meaning came from. And it comes from AUFERO put together. Bellum, belli is a very important word, especially if you go on to AP. It means war. It's a second declension neuter noun. We get belligerence and bellicose from it. There's a common Latin idiom meaning bellugerere, to wage war. COHORS, cohortis is another military term. It's a third declension feminine noun meaning a cohort, which is just a unit in the Roman army that's smaller than a legion. We get the English word cohort from it. Colligio, colligere, collegi, collectus. Any guesses at what this word might mean? If you thought collect, you're right. It's a third conjugation verb meaning to collect or to gather or get together. Obviously, we get the English word collect from it. And it comes from the words cum legere. So cum meaning with, legere meaning to take. So it's to take with or to take together. COMMOTUS It's a 2-1-2 adjective, meaning moved or excited or upset. We get the word commotion from this. And it's from the Latin verb commoere. DOCEO, DOCERE, DOCUI, DOCTUS. It's a second conjugation verb. Notice the long E. And it means to teach. So we get the words docile or docent from it. And it's related to the Latin word doctor, doctoris, which is why when someone's awarded a PhD, they're awarded it's a doctoral degree, and they're honored with the title doctor. They're being honored with the highest regard for teaching. So there's your connection there. FACINUS, FACINORIS is a third declension neuter noun, meaning crime. And it's related to the Latin word facio, facere, to make. Obviously, someone's making a bad thing here, but still it's related. Falsus, is another 2-1-2 adjective, meaning false. We get the English word falsetto from it. Someone's singing in a false key. The antonym of that is verum, veri. So when you think of it, you can think of verum et falsum quizzes. FIDES, FIDEI is a fifth declension feminine noun, meaning loyalty or trustworthiness. We get confidant from it. And we also see it in the motto Semper Fidelis, the Marine Corps motto, always faithful. And sanus you can probably guess what this one means. Yes, it does mean insane. It's a 2-1-2 adjective. We get the word insanity from it. And it's using in as a prefix here, meaning not, plus sanus, meaning sound or healthy. So it's not healthy, not sound. In as a prefix can mean either emotion towards someone or it can mean not. So you got to be careful which one you're dealing with here, because the next one, instruo, instruere, instruxi, instructus, uses the other meaning of in. It's a third conjugation verb to draw up in a military formation. And we get the word instruct from it. And literally it's in instruere, to build. So to build into, to draw into it. Legatus, legati. This is another military term. It's a masculine, second declension masculine noun. And it's a legate or commander. And we get the English word legate from it. It's an officer's title for a person in charge of a legion. So it's fine to translate it as legatus. Just like Latin names, we would just say, a Latin name would just be translated the nominative form. You can do this one as well. Num conjunction, meaning whether. Occupo, occupare, occupavi, occupatus. Pretty easy to guess what this one probably means. It's to seize or to take over. It's a first conjugation verb. An English derivative is occupy. And we get, it's from the two prepositions, or two Latin words, ob meaning over and capere to seize. So to seize over something. Opotere, opotet, only occurs in the third person, and it means it is right. The common Latin idiom is me opertet, I must. It is right for me to do this. Perfidia, perfidii. It's a first declension feminine noun meaning treachery. Perfidy is our derivative from it. And it's literally per fides. It's through your faith, through your trustworthiness. Praebeo, praebere, praebui, praebitus. It's a second conjugation verb, meaning to provide. We get the English derivative prebend from it. Principia, principiorum. It's a second declension neuter noun. Notice it's plural. This is the plural a, so this is not a feminine word. It means headquarters. It's another military term. It's a headquarters for the legatus. Provincia, provinciae is a first declension feminine noun, meaning province. And this is where we get the word provincial from. It literally is from the Latin words pro and vinco, to defeat, so to conquer over someone. It started as an area, as a term for area of governance, not necessarily connected to static boundaries. So we see the empire at a little bit after the time of Domitian, the emperor, who during our stories, and we have defined boundaries. But early on, it used to just be a general area that you had to take care of. So Pompey the Great was given Hispania to quell the rebels, and he was given the whole peninsula. Caesar was given, Julius Caesar was given this small section, but he had to defend the empire against the Gauls, in his words. And that's how he ended up conquering this whole area. So it kind of has some interesting history behind it. Quot is a question word, meaning how many. So we get the word quota from it. Refero, referere, retuli, relatus. It's another irregular verb, meaning to bring back or to deliver. A referendum is a derivative of this. And it's literally re, the prefix re plus fero. Regnum, regni, you can probably guess what this is related to. Yep, it's related to the word king, rex. It's a second declension neuter noun meaning kingdom. Interregnum is a medieval term meaning between the kingdoms. Also between the kingships as well, I believe. Saevus is a 2-1-2 adjective meaning savage or cruel. Sane, different from what we had before. It's an adverb meaning obviously, and it's going to have, you're going to tell, you know it's different from the adjective sanus because the long mark here and here. Si is a conjunction meaning if. Tribunus, tribuni is another military term. It's a second declension masculine noun meaning a tribune. And it's we get the word tribunal from it. This is the rank below a legatus. So a bunch of tribuni would help a legatus run a legion. Ultimus is a 2-1-2 adjective meaning furthest. So ulterior, and also penult, which is a modern form of penultima, which is a grammatical term in terms of meter. We'll deal with penults and penultimas in Virgil next year. Ut, we've seen it before meaning as. Now it's a conjunction that means that and in order that. We're going to see it used often in the subjunctive mood. So get ready for that. And that's it. So hopefully you're making your flashcards now, and we will see you in school.